Wholesalers. Here's my gripe. The majority of wholesalers out there, I do not like the way that they do business. There's not a lot of integrity in the way that they do their business, and in a lot of cases, they're just straight up lying to their clients, and at best, being a little skeezy about how they go about things. Now, a wholesaler is somebody who puts a contract on a house that basically says, I am going to find somebody else to buy this home for more than what I have bought it from you at. So they are not actually buying the home, and this is my biggest gripe with these types of sales, is because they don't usually make it very clear that they're not buying the home. The majority of cases that I've run into with people getting wholesalers to help them get rid of their home think that the wholesaler is buying the house from them straight up. This isn't the case. They get a certain amount of days, 60, 75, 90 days to procure a buyer, so that way they are not on the hook for it. And in most cases, they're not actually on the hook for it anyway. If they don't find somebody, there's a clause in there that just allows them to get out of the deal. Not only this, but in a lot of cases, they're taking ridiculous fees in order to do this. One example that I have for you here is I ran into a person a couple years ago who had their home listed by one of these wholesalers for $150,000. I had a client who was interested in the home, so I dug into it. Come to find out that the contract that they have with the wholesaler had them buying the house from them, you ready for this? For $120,000. Now, here's the thing. They are paying for some of the expenses of going to the settlement table. Okay, let's call that about $5,000 of expenses there. There's a difference of $25,000 on that sale. $25,000 on a $120,000 home. Do the math on that. That's over 10% of the purchase price of the home that they're collecting as a fee. As a realtor, we will be getting 6%. And if we sell it for less than that, we will be getting less, right? And if we sell it for more, we get a little bit more, but it scales as the property goes up. And this is my biggest gripe with them. They're taking a huge chunk of the profit there, and they're taking advantage of these sellers because they don't give them clear expectations. And the worst part of it all for me is they don't hold a professional license. They don't have a license that allows them to go and sell real estate professionally for other people. Selling your own house, you don't need a license to do that. But to sell it for other people, you need to have a license. I don't know how this isn't a law in place that stops these people from doing this, but there's some loophole that gets them out of it, and I don't understand exactly how it works, but it frustrates me to no end because these people don't know what they're doing. They haven't gone through the schooling. They don't have the training. They don't know how to protect their sellers from things that are happening, and everybody is at risk when they're dealing with these types of people. When you see these contracts, they're one page. They have like 7 sentences on them. They're super, super simple. There's no protection clauses in there, and it's just an absolute chaos, and it's a nightmare dealing with the majority of these. Don't get me wrong, I'm sure there's some very ethical and good wholesalers that are out there, but the vast majority of these people are looking to make a quick buck and not have to go through all of the steps that it takes in order to get a real estate license and sell real estate the proper way.